Salutations, my name is Asher Campbell Alagon, and this video is a little different. I made a short about Dungeons & Dragons, like previously, but I want to talk to you about my first story ever of playing the game Dungeons & Dragons. I personally love this game. I've played it with friends like every month, and genuinely I've had great experiences and funny stories, so I may repeat this cycle of telling some stories from D&D games that I've either hosted or been to. But this one is very interesting because this was my first time playing. So I wanted to get into D&D. I think I was 13 or 13. I think I was 13. And so I grabbed a bucket of dice and I just went to my local library and played D&D. So I came in, I was dressed up as a barbarian, and my character was named Alistair of Fall. If anyone's ever read my book, that's the name of the main character. But they're completely different characters. But that's just besides the point. So he's an annoying, like, half-human, half-orc. Very annoying. And it was my first time playing, and in the game that they were running, this is the third session. If people don't know what sessions are parts of the story that piece together to make the campaign. The campaign is one big story you're playing. So third session means I've joined in on the third game, like your friend's picking up a game the third time. So I join in, and I'm walking in with two new people, and I'm immediately greeted by someone who is a tiger opening the door and welcoming me in. Now, I pet this tiger, and this person was roleplay, didn't take that very kindly. So after I pet this tiger, he tried scratching me. Now, I would have taken a serious amount of damage here if I didn't roll a natural 20, dodged it, and walked away into the place. Little did I know, the rest of the story, and in fact, anytime I ever revisited this place, this was a ghost mansion. So my physical barbarian could basically do nothing. Now, as I first got into this place, I was greeted by a girl named Sarah. She was very friendly, very kind, and very sweet. She introduced me into the game and in fact invited me to her house to play D&D at her place later in life. It was very kind. Now, she had another friend. Most of those people there were her friends, but another one there was named Roman. I'm not actually using their real names, or they could sue for defamation. I'm just using their fake names so that they don't know who I'm talking about. You don't know who I'm talking about. So Roman is an edgelord, a literal edgelord, like people who make cringy OCs, people who make I have no emotions because of all the trauma I felt, blah blah blah, character type. There's two of those people there. These are the most annoying people I've ever met. I didn't think I would meet actual physical stereotype of D&D, but there he was, Mr. Edgelord over here. So I came up and I was meeting everyone, greeting. It was all a kind experience until I talked to him. And he brooded in the corner, didn't listen, didn't talk to me, and I just left him alone. Then, as we were discovering throughout this mansion, there was a ghost who needed help. And instead of everyone helping, Roman decided to kill this ghost. I don't know how you can kill a ghost, but it happened. The ghost was dead. And honestly, I was pretty mad. It was very rude to just kill someone just because they were a ghost. And it was just edgy of him to do. So I jokingly pretended to slap him. In-game, of course, all this is in-game. In actuality, we're nerds sitting around a table with pieces of paper and dice. So I don't know, it's nothing real. But I pretended to slap him. I rolled a 4. If y'all can't tell, this is a 20-sided dice. Which means out of everything I could have rolled, I rolled a 4. Which means I chaotically missed. I didn't do anything and did 0 damage. He broke my arm, not in real life. He broke my arm in-game. He twisted my arm and punched me back with like a 16. These people are so emotionally insecure that they need to have their anxiety put into a game so that if you don't like their character, you don't like them, and they can't be compromisable. So if you attack their character in any way, shape, and form, or show opposition, they're pretty ruthlessly rude. I wasn't friends with this guy. I didn't ever want to be friends with this guy. This guy is very rude and very snarky with a sense of edginess. Like, his character is him in a terrible way too. So yeah, he breaks my arm in game. I'm like, dude, I just pretended to slap you and missed. And he was like covering up, like, oh, it was just because I felt antagonized. Like, it's so stupid. Like, he was just an annoying person who always felt opposition for me from that day on. Like, so, and his friend also then tries for the rest of the session to kill me in game. And what I have to do is, like, because you attacked my friend, my fellow edgelord, I must avenge him for, fake slapping and your friend breaking my arm. Yeah, makes sense. So, throughout this game, I'm able to do absolutely nothing, no damage, because these are ghosts, and I have Knuckles to do nothing with. The DM was fine, she's kind and sweet, but, I was level 1, and most of them were level 5, or level 2, and she didn't understand that people who are not leveled high enough, or people of classes, some classes can't do anything because they don't know magic. I could only use my fists. That's why I was so under-leveled from the rest of the party. So because of this, I felt absolutely, felt completely useless during this part of the game. I'm so surprised, looking back on this, I enjoyed playing D&D. I was bullied by 2 annoying edgelords. I never got to do anything, and I was basically excluded out of getting anything of treasure or anything. It was very rude. So, from that, this session ends from me going up a tower. I didn't get to collect any chest plate that was already taken. I go up a tower. The edgelord's other edgelord friend comes with his gun, and he follows me up the tower. As I'm going to the top, I find nothing, and as I'm going back down, he holds in-game a gun to my head and says, guess what? I'm going to shoot you. And that's where the session ended. Now, I played this game a few more times with some of the same people. Sometimes they cycled in and out. And personally, these 2 edgelords, Roman and the other guy, I didn't like them. They were very annoying people who obviously had trauma they're coping with in a way of making their character feel invulnerable. These people, I'm so surprised my 13-year-old self had so much fun to the point where I made my own campaign, and I still play it with 6, 7, 8 of my friends every month to this day. It's genuinely a very enjoyable game, and they love trolling me. Honestly, that was my first experience of D&D. I enjoyed it, and then looking back, I do not enjoy the bullying, and I'm so glad I've moved on, and I've made other friends and done stuff like that. So yeah, I will talk about more D&D stories in the future, especially ones of me being a DM or going over to Sarah's house. But yeah, that'll be it.